you can use the blue as a set of stretch marks.
Nice. You are very good.
Swing round
Yeah.
here. I mean, there'll be great big blocks in place next week, but, and then down the middle. So we're making an opera. This is important. This is the first time we've ever made an opera, and we're making it with our great friends Manchester Collective. And today is the first time that all the 180 children who are going to be in this opera come together and rehearse, just literally walking on stage. That's all that has to happen today. But when you've got 180 primary school kids who have never been in a show, have never been in an opera, and are rehearsing it in a warehouse, there is some big work to be done to just get them ready mentally and physically to like do the business. Do you know what group number you're in?
7.
2. The pillars are numbered. What I need you to do is go and stand behind the number and then just wait and I'll tell you something else, okay? Make it happen. We're going to learn how to walk in time to the music. We're going to learn where we end up on stage in our groups. We're going to learn where we start off stage in our groups. We're going to walk in time to the music. Along the route we're going to take in the show, we're going to get to our final positions and we're going to stand still and smile and we will have won. Now, does that all make sense? Say yes. Yeah. All right. Should we do it? Yes, we're going to go full panto. Does that make sense? Say yes! All right, great. The reason why we moved here is through that wall is Ingram Road Primary School, who are our best and most important creative partner. They are 380 amazing young people who live in the area and are full of such creativity and brilliance. And what it's meant in the 6 months is there has been a 300% increase in the amount of time we spend with Ingram Road Primary School. So the head teacher knows that if she needs to come and do a big messy science experiment, she can ring us up and go, we're coming over.
We've taken part in everything from a film that they made last year, The Magician. This is far bigger than we ever expected it to be. And we're absolutely delighted that they're now next door neighbours because we can go to be part of lots more things that they're doing.
It's such a lot of work you've done today. We said beforehand, we were like, if we can get to point 3 in the hour and a half, we'll be lucky. And we got to point 9. We ran out of things to plan. You are brilliant. You will be brilliant in this. If we do that, everyone's going to clap and everyone's going to love it. There are children in our community who don't have crayons, and we're a city with an opera company. And one of the things we said was, until everybody has crayons, no one should have opera. And actually that's true, and we believe that, we live that, but it's also perhaps even better to say, actually maybe everyone should have the option of opera, and these kids have never seen it and they've never been in it, and so they should at least get one go to decide if it's for them, and then afterwards they're going to be like, nah, we want to go back to doing the other thing we did with you. But for this moment, they're going to get to see if it's for them. Today is the day of dress rehearsals, so tomorrow we're on, and it's going to be finished because it's going to start and end, and today is the day where we start to bring it all together.
Ingram Road Primary School is a brilliant school. It has children from all over the world that attend. I think over 52 languages are spoken at the school.
I am very excited to be in this. And I'm from the country called Kurdistan, which nobody knows it. I can sing and dance very well, and I have very funny parents.
Shall never thus broken be. The string is torn towards and toward me is bent the bow.
Holbeck is a ward in South Leeds, and it's where we've been based for over 12 years now.
I think people underestimate places like Holbeck. And I think doing a piece of opera like this is about bringing together people with a beautiful, very special piece of art.
It is the most amazing place that was the centre of the universe for a hot minute in the Industrial Revolution, and since then has had the most extraordinary magic reel stories. Like any place, when you look really close, you find the wonder in it. And it is also the place with the worst health outcomes of any ward in England. This street that we're on, Crosby Street, is a 1% super low output area, which means literally there is no activity here. And it's a place where the government send people who are looking for asylum or are newly arrived to the country, or they move them around for other reasons.
I think Holbeck is a little bit of a forgotten community on the outside of the Leeds city centre. There's fantastic talent in the community, fantastic skills that people have to share. And I don't think that it's necessarily, before this, there was the opportunity for them to do that.
There is no professional cultural provider here, even though we are a 15-minute brisk walk to an opera company, a ballet company and a theatre company. But it doesn't touch the sides here for loads of reasons that are almost all entirely not the faults of those organisations. Capitalism does its most destructive work here, and the precariousness of our government's policies around refugees and poverty does the most damaging work here.
Folks, who here has been in an opera before? Put your hand up. That's more than me. This is my first opera. So if it's your first opera, it's my first time I've been in an opera. First time you've been in an opera. Benjamin Britten, he wrote this piece 70 odd years ago, and he specified that the opera should be staged in churches and large halls, but not in a theatre. I'd like to think that he would think very fondly about this warehouse in Holbeck today.
So beautiful. I cannot believe those kids.
They were all absolutely fabulous. To be honest, I was nearly crying because they were so good.
They're going to start the day here in Holbeck, and they're going to change into like a base layer costume, and then we're going to all pile into 3 coaches and head across to the Mayfield Depot in Manchester, which is an even bigger warehouse than the one we've got here.
I feel excited because it's been my biggest dream to go to Manchester. We went to Manchester. I was so excited. Hi. Hello. I am an elephant. I am a duck. I am a cuckoo. We're off to Manchester. Traveling. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Wait. He's smiling. He's smiling.
Come on, guys. Keep going.
Finally here. Crazy. Crazy. Look at the size of them. Can't wait for this one. I can't believe in Manchester. That was short but long. Oh, look at this. No, that's really bigger than my whole house. So guys, thank you very much. Let's just carry on. We're not ending it. But we're not here to be sad. We're here to be happy.
We're in the depot in Manchester, incredibly exciting for some of the children. They are more excited than the journey over. They've been working really hard for the last 3 months to practice and learn the songs, and it's an experience of a lifetime for many of them.
It's been like fun, amazing, very, very fun.
You absolutely smashed it on Friday. You were brilliant. The audience loved you. The radio loved you. The Daily Telegraph loved you, which quite frankly is a political miracle. You're going to be brilliant today. We know that because you've done it before and you've done it again. But the bit that's changed is our bit. The distances are 3 times as long. We've got to turn corners. So this next rehearsal is for me and Ruth and the rest of the gang. We know you can do it, but if you don't do it properly, if you mess around, if you talk, if you do it wrong, then we don't know we've got the timing right. And the next time we do this is in front of an audience. I need the best of you for 5 minutes, then I need a good dress rehearsal, then we'll have a break, and then you will perform in front of 700 people. And I'm an old man, and I promise you I haven't done that very many times. I know you're hungry, I know you're tired, I totally get that, gang. You're doing brilliantly. We're nearly there. Opera still in this country is seen as the height of cultural activity by all the people. You know that because just look how much more money it gets than other art forms. And these children are amazing, and they are not well served by the culture sector, the culture funding, they're just not. And so the idea that they get to be in something that is seen as that high value, and they get to own it, they get to be proud of it, they get to show their parents, feels like an act of politics. And it also means that we get to take them to Manchester International Festival, right? The biggest festival outside of London of the highest, snootiest, fanciest, best art there is, and those guys' names are on the bill, along with Massive Attack and Bjork and whoever else is on, and they're like, yeah, and the kids from Ingram Road Primary School.
Awe and wonder are 2 words that we've been using a lot more in the last sort of few months as we've moved into the new venue.
We are absolutely blown